Oh, it's freaking cold.
All right, here we go. Good morning.
right.
We are really late because of me. I'm not gonna mince words about it. It is my fault. I overslept this morning, and that's it. Even people have they come in and they've already left because we haven't even started talking yet. So. Or they figure we're just gonna be boring as shit. So we'll see what happens. What's going on, guys? How you been? How was your weekend, Rich?
Good, you?
Okay, well, good. Thank you. How about you, Paul? Good. Let's move on.
Oh, I went to a Sun game.
What?
Yeah,
No, I thought you were done.
I am done, but I still went. I decided I would go to a Sun game. So it was a good game. They lost, but it was good.
So just put this into perspective, Rich. Paul said he was not going anymore. He was not going to the Sun to watch basketball. He was a season ticket holder for how many years?
21.
21 years, and then he just dropped it. He said, "I'm done."
How come?
There's
no. It's your story to tell, and don't. What's that?
What happened?
Come on.
They wouldn't autograph your ball.
No. I just didn't like. They still didn't go out for the flag. They don't stand for the flag. They walk off the court. So that kind of like
I can kind of understand.
That was one of the reasons why.
Yep, I can understand that.
Yeah.
You can understand why they walk off the court, or why?
Listen, walk off the court is one thing. I mean, it's not right.
Yeah.
But it's better than kneeling.
Yeah, they walk off the court. So I says, well, they can't do for that.
I don't get that.
Plus, where we park the car, they don't have a lot of handicaps. My wife has a hard time walking. So, to get there, it's like she's got to walk. Right? She's got to stop, sit down for a minute, then she got to walk. So we figured, no, that's
I know
what happens.
I know. Yeah, I think sometimes when and this is gonna come back to bite me. I know, but I think sometimes when y'all get older, like where you are,
grouchy.
You get grouchy. You expect different services to just be there and stuff. Like my dad right now, he is going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Take him to the hospital and stuff. And he goes, "Can I get a chair?" "No, you can walk." I'm telling this to my dad.
Yeah.
You can walk.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, because he's getting spoiled and lazy."
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I said, "No, you were told that you got to walk." I said, when I see you get out of the car and go into the gas station because you want your scratch offs, and that's 60 feet away, you can walk 20 feet to the elevator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, we're already valet parking. So
yeah.
My father's favorite thing was we used to call it his sympathy stick. When he wanted sympathy about his he would get the cane. He would walk with a cane.
Well,
it's like, come on, you don't use that anywhere except for where you want people to say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. I mean, I had one for a while because I had problems, but I wanted to get rid of it fast. I
you had a cane for a while.
I had it for a while, yeah. Because my whole
you needed it. It's one thing. My father just did it for sympathy,
Yeah. I mean, we were sitting in the parking lot this morning, and a woman got out of the car, right? How did she get out of the car?
Yeah.
It was amazing how this poor woman, I felt sorry for her. She had a hard time walking. No cane, no nothing, but she stumbled across the walkway, So, but anyway, it just happens. It's just some people have issues walking. Some people that are older don't have an issue walking. So,
yeah, some people are like immortal, right?
Yeah. So,
Paul's immortal.
Well,
look at him. Doesn't look a day over 92.
Yeah. See?
Closing in on 81.
Are you 81?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
A few more months.
Man, good for you.
When?
End of the year.
Okay. What month? Let's play this game.
I said a few months.
Yes.
Let's just say December.
Yeah.
All right, because my dad's in November.
Yeah,
I'm in December.
Yeah, there you go. Me too.
Oh, he just does not want to say it.
Now he comes up with it.
December what?
We're not asking him what year.
11.
December 11th. Jesus, took him all that time.
Yeah.
December 11th?
Yeah.
It's the 18th.
Oh, there you go.
Sagittarius.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, well.
Why was that? Why was that so hard to pull out of you?
I don't like to.
You did, well, the year would have been something like 1922.
Well, no, he said he's almost 81, so you could do the math on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too early for you to do the math, though.
Yes, it's very early.
Especially when you just got up.
I just saw it was a long weekend.
1 and 1 or 2.
It was a very long weekend. It
Yeah.
was a very long year. Good morning, Victoria. How are you? We haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah. So,
Victoria is here.
yeah.
Now when it comes to getting older,
Yep.
which we all are.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Huh?
That is true.
Yep.
Can't avoid it.
So medications really come into play.
Oh yeah. Not even when you're older. I mean, there's a lot of young people that are walking around
Yeah.
with.
Sure.
Like, for example, I know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm on so many different things, but I know one thing that might just like for my dad.
Yeah.
One time to the doc is like almost 30 grand.
Shoo.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
And for them, to be able to have to, well, they don't really have to pay all that because of their insurance. But,
Yeah.
But anyway, wonder where everybody is today. Today is not a holiday, is it?
No.
It's like nobody's around. Nobody's I bet you it didn't even. Today's one of those Facebook holidays where they say we're not notifying anybody. We're just not doing it.
Yeah.
Which
Sometimes you need to disconnect, right?
yeah. No, we're on. So, yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with this today.
Yeah.
Um,
Drug prices. That's where you were going with it.
Laura's there. Good morning, Laura. And Bruce is there. See, now a couple of people are
Yeah.
starting to.
Yeah.
It's like Horton Hears a Who. Dr. Seuss. We are here. We are here. We are here. What is your? I mean, does the cost of medication in your house does it really take away from like your quality of life?
Not really, because mine aren't really, I think one of the most expensive, not the last one that I talked about, but I think they were probably like $80 or $90 for 90 days.
For 90 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most of them are like 25, 6, 8, 10. They're
You're talking
reasonable.
about, it's like your copays.
Yeah, because they're the lower levels. They're not the upper level ones, but there are people who take some of the ones that are, they're $1,000.
Yeah.
When you get the drugs, they're $1,000. I mean,
So you
how the
don't
hell can people afford to pay
you
that?
don't have just a fixed copay.
Well, not on the. No, it depends on the drug.
You're saying $6, $8, $10.
Yeah, it depends on the
what you get,
drug.
Your copay is different.
Yep.
So mine are either free, $5 for generic,
Yep.
or $25 for brand.
Yeah.
So the five that I take every month, it costs me for all of them. It only costs me $35.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not terrible. But
No, it depends on the insurance you have too. Like, do you have a PPO?
I have
Or an HMO?
No, I have an AARP as the second one.
I still got the insurance from where I worked. I can have it for one more year,
Ah,
and it's Anthem Blue Cross. So
okay.
So what happens after that?
then I got to go on Medicare at 65.
Oh, so you're not a Medicare yet?
No.
No, that's why. Yeah. No.
Got it.
Yeah. You got to buy a supplemental, because if you don't have a supplemental, you're going to be
Because
in,
you only get Part A with Social
yeah,
Security.
and unless
So
you
if you want B and D and all that,
Yeah.
you got to pay for it.
yeah.
But there's a place that my sister uses up in the business park in Norwich. I got a rough idea where it is, but they will search for plans for you based on your needs. And my sister takes a fair amount of medications every month.
Yep.
And not only does she not pay for her Part B, D, or whatever, she pays nothing for the Medicare at all. And I've been with her to go pick up prescriptions, and she's got zero copay on her prescriptions. So she's got a good deal going on. But the lady that she sees up there I guess, is very good at what she does, and she'll find the best ones out there for you,
Right.
and for free of charge. It's for
Wow.
seniors, I mean, so
Well, when I left, they actually set us up to go to a company that allows us to pick and choose what plans we want, and they provide you assistance to pick that plan.
yeah, these people don't administer the plan and nothing like that. They just find it for you
Correct.
and sign you up. That's
Correct.
what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So where do they make money?
I don't know. Yeah,
They-
maybe kickbacks on when they sell for Aetna or whoever they sell. Maybe they get kickbacks there. I don't know. I really don't.
Got it.
This is so when you need to, if you don't get the other plan that includes everything, then you got to buy a supplemental for your drugs. It's a supplemental for your eyes, a supplemental for your
Dental, all that stuff, right?
It's all individual plans that you have to purchase per month.
It sounds like cable streaming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, you mean, oh,
Yeah.
geez, I got HBO now. Well,
Yeah.
that comes with my pacemaker.
Yeah, right.
My goodness.
Yeah, but you can buy the one plan that'll cover all that stuff, but I'm afraid to go into that kind of plan because you got to go to their doctor.
Exactly.
And I like to be.
That's what happened with my sister. I mean, she's had to change. The only one I think she
And
really
that's
had
like
to,
an HMO, correct?
It's not an HMO. It's
Or PPO or
yeah, I forget what the hell they
she
call
had to
it.
change a couple times.
Yeah,
It was
because
only,
the
it was
doctors
the
won't come.
dentist.
Yeah.
For some reason, she had to move around. We've
Yeah,
been going to
well,
the same
yeah.
dentist for 30-something years.
Right.
I mean, it's been different dentists as the other ones retire, but it's the same office,
Yeah.
And I know she had to change dentists, and I think twice. I think she had to do it.
Yeah, my wife goes to a dentist, the same thing, and what it ended up happening, they don't cover the insurance that she
Yeah,
had.
they don't take it.
So we had to cancel that plan and get another one that they would cover. Otherwise, you'd have to go someplace else.
Oh, my sister,
Janice says that's an Advantage plan.
Advantage plan,
yeah,
exactly.
my sister
Advantage
just
plan
aggravated
covers
herself
all.
and went and got
Yeah.
another dentist
Yeah,
and started
you just
over
got to be
again.
careful to make sure all your doctors are in their network because
Yeah, she says you cannot buy a supplement with Advantage.
no, because it's all included.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but again, you got to make sure that your doctors and
They're going to take it. Yeah.
they're in that plan. Otherwise, you're out of network.
Mm.
Yeah,
Right,
you-
right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, some doctors will take it, even though they're out of network.
Oh yeah, but it costs you
Depending.
more. It
Your
costs you
copay,
more.
your copay's higher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more.
Depends on your doc.
Yeah.
They can do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it. In today's world, what do you got around here for the most part? You got Hartford Healthcare and you got Yale. If you're in the Yale group and you
Yeah.
go to a Hartford, like my wife does, she goes to Hartford Healthcare doctors, and in a $25 copay, it's $50 every time.
Right.
So
right,
you
right.
pay more.
So, yeah, I mean, they've been going up. I mean, the price of the plans are all going up now.
Yeah.
I think it went up this year. I think it went up like $25 for a monthly supplemental. Just went up. Yeah.
So Victoria says she hasn't been around because she's had house guests for 3.5 weeks. So I guess my question to you now, Victoria, is with those house guests for 3.5 weeks and you feeling like you were running a B&B, what kind of meds are you now on?
Cheese and wine.
Cheese and wine. Cheese and wine.
Yeah.
You want some cheese with that wine?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very. I don't know where else we can go with that conversation, but it's you hear it all the time. I can't afford my medication. I'm on a fixed income. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I mean, the government just did something to reduce the plant use the cost on, I think, several drugs. But they didn't do it so as immediately.
No, of
it's
course
like a
not.
couple years out.
Yeah. Let them make their money first and then
Yeah,
cut
it's
them
like,
back, right?
well, what the hell good is that?
Mm-hmm.
You need that change now, not 2 years down the road. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife was taking those shots for
Shots.
rheumatoid arthritis for, I don't know, 6 months or whatever she took it for. Thank God for insurance. Them 2 shots every 2 weeks were $8,800. If you didn't have insurance, that's what you had to pay.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you do? I mean, you take these drugs. I mean, I know that some doctors will work with you because sometimes they get a sample or something. So
But that's not forever.
but it's not
Exactly,
forever.
exactly.
So they try to help you out because some of those drugs can be hundreds of dollars.
Huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why you got a lot of people who live close to the Mexican border. They go
Yeah.
across the Mexican border and they're paying like
$4. Yeah.
$4 for something.
And they're
that's
allowed to bring back so many pills,
so many
every
pills.
trip. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Watch that show on TV, Contraband Season.
Yeah, you're allowed to bring.
You'll learn what they can bring back and can't bring back real quick.
Yeah, but it's still cheaper than buying them here.
Sure.
You know.
Bahamas is the same way.
Yeah.
You walk into a drugstore, you can get whatever you want. You just walk up and pick it up off the shelf yourself. You don't even ask for it.
Yeah.
And the price was like ungodly low.
Can you even then what do you do? Can you bring it back into the States?
Yeah, a limited amount.
Whatever the amount is that you're allowed to. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just bring back hundreds of pills because
We were in Mexico.
then you're drug trafficking.
You can't bring home a pallet of
No,
metformin
no.
amlodipine.
No.
I want to say it's like 90 pills or
Yeah,
something. There is a limit.
There's a limit. If you get caught over the limit,
Yeah, in Cozumel, in Mexico, my mother was, she was the sun and whatnot, getting a little bloated. So she went down to this alley and she came back. And
In an alley?
She came back with a bottle of Lasix, which is just a
Water pill.
Yeah, right. The water pills, right?
Yeah.
I says, "You're going to take that stuff?" And she goes, "Sure." I says, "Well, you don't know what it is. You went down there and you told them what you wanted, but how do you know that's what they gave you?" And you know what? She took it. It worked. I think it costed like $1.50 for that bottle of pills. It was cheap.
yeah,
It was cheap.
real cheap. That's why people go across
And you
the
didn't
border.
need a prescription.
Nope. Yeah. I mean,
Kind of a pharmacist has to operate on the street corner.
yeah,
Pharmacists are very well paid, believe me.
yeah.
They make
So-
good money.
I mean, weren't people going up to Canada too to get drugs?
Yeah, I was just going to say that too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anybody that goes up there, but yeah. But that's
But it's funny. A lot of the Canadians come to the United States to get surgeries because up
Doctors
there
are
it's
better.
socialized
And-
and they don't get the doctor they want and they got to wait 3
I was
years.
going to say it takes forever.
Yep. So they come here and they pay out of pocket. It's quicker and easier for them. Yep.
I know people don't realize how good they got it.
I know, as bad as it can be, right?
Bad as it can be, they don't realize how good it is.
Who, Canada?
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Here, everybody complains here.
Yeah.
Go to Canada. You'll be coming back here.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
but
Bruce says, I have 2 scripts. One for 90 days is over $3,000,
Oh my God.
wow.
and the other is over 2,000.
Oof.
I have 0 copay.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
thinking that's so. He's saying he gets it for nothing. They have 0 copay.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Good for him. Yeah.
that is good stuff.
But he's fortunate. There are a lot of people who don't.
Huh?
There's a lot of people who do not have that given to them like that.
Yeah. I don't get prescriptions for 90 days. I can, but I have to do it as mail order.
Mail order. Yeah,
And I have to pay 2 copays to get the 3 months worth. It's not worth it. I just go over there and get it a month at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I get mine. I get 90 days.
No, I can't. Not over the counter.
Really?
Nope.
Wow.
Even when I was working, it's the same insurance. Even when I was working, you
No,
couldn't
'cause
get
when
it
I was
over the
working,
counter.
I had the mail delivery, and I was getting 90 days.
Nope. Even working, if you
Wow.
wanted that, you had to do mail order.
No, when I was working for Verizon,
Yeah.
and we had Anthem Blue Cross.
Yep.
Well, I know it all depends on the policy that
Of course.
your
Of
company
course.
gets you,
Yeah.
right? I got 90 days. From
Oh, I
their
could get
pharmacy,
it,
Yeah.
but I had to do it mail order.
Matter of fact, if I didn't do it from their pharmacy, it was going to be more expensive if I just went to a regular pharmacy.
That makes sense because there are some insurance companies that one drugstore is their primary, and then like here in Jewett City we have Walgreens and we have
Jewett City
Jewett City
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy.
Store, right? Yeah.
and in some insurance policies.
They want you to go to Walgreens because it's cheaper. Or they
Well,
want you
not
to go to
necessarily,
whatever,
but some insurance that Jewett City wouldn't be the primary.
Right.
So if you had your insurance party that said Walgreens, and then you go to Jewett City, it's going to cost you a little more. Or
Well,
close
you know
to.
what's funny about Walgreens? You would think Walgreens is Walgreens, just like Walmart is Walmart is Walmart, right?
Yeah.
So I had to get a prescription about a month ago. It's not one that I get regularly. I needed one. So I went over here and I got, all right, we don't have it. Give us a day or two, no problem. A couple of days goes by, I come back, what's going on? Well, then it turns into, our distributor doesn't handle that. We called the doctors to try to get it rewritten to what we have. That's the equivalent,
Yeah.
but we're not getting a response from the doctor. So I waited another day. It wasn't a big deal. But I wait another day. I go back. What's going on? We don't have it. And that's all I got told. And I'm like, I mean, you don't have it. How about Norwich? Does Norwich have it? Well, Norwich and Moosup may have it. So I drove down. I was going to Norwich anyway. So I went to Norwich. And I went in and I, here, looked this up on the computer. Oh, yeah, we got that. She says, you got about 10 minutes? I said, sure. I says, how come you have it and they don't? And they couldn't even get it. Different distributors. So Walgreens isn't Walgreens because if they use a different distributor, maybe that distributor doesn't carry that particular medication. Wow. And you're standing there with like, what do I do now?
So other thing, talking about other people that are on medications that are in the chat room right now. We had asked Victoria, after 3.5 weeks of having people, at their house, what kind of meds are you on? And she said Tito's.
Don't need a script for that. Just got to be
extra strength. 800 milligram Tito's.
Yeah.
Let's see. But she also says that I order my pet meds and flea and tick meds from Canada less than half the price of here.
Wow.
Well,
I never gave that any thought about pets.
No. That's right. Start talking about pets now. How much does a vet cost?
Oh my God. It's atrocious. Atrocious.
And they know they can get it. That's the thing. Have you ever gone to... All right, so we had just really this last week. We didn't know what was going on with Henry.
Yeah.
One of our Shih Tzus.
Yeah. We
had no idea. I think the gnomes come in here in the middle of the night and adjust the microphones. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he seems to be a lot better now. He had a hot spot. I mean, shoot almost everything off his tail.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you can't get into a vet, right? Sometimes it's like 3-4 weeks just to get in there. Well, then we suggest you go to the emergency hospital. One's in Warwick or right around there.
Oh, yeah, it's $500 to walk in the door.
I know. Yep. And then you go into Middletown. There's one there too. Yep. And it's like, well, we're going to have to do x-rays. This may, and then surgery. This is probably going to cost you $70 to $100.
Yeah.
No, this is not what happened, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
I've heard those situations. It's crazy.
Yeah, we've spent a few bucks on. We just had one that apparently had a high temperature and was sick. He was not feeling good, and took it up to the vet, and it was there for like 2 days. Had some bad teeth. Right, it's over $1,000
to pull teeth. They're crazy.
Yeah.
Now, where do you go? You got Cass. Where do you go? Canterbury.
Colchester.
Oh, so,
and Canterbury.
You know what, Canterbury. That people up there are great.
Yeah, Kitty Harbor goes to Canterbury and Colchester. So
Canterbury is just cats.
It's just cats,
right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. But they're awesome.
Yeah,
well, over $1,000.
So the problem? I was talking to my sister about it last night. Talking about the vets, the local vets, like Dr. Dugas that used to be in Lisbon, right? Gone. Yeah. I mean, he retired.
Well,
but all these places
part time.
Last I knew, right?
Up in Dayville, yeah.
Yep. And that's who he sold to. And then, got a lot of the other places that are selling out to the big companies like VCA and all that stuff. They're buying up all these little vets. And I noticed it down there when he was still there, that he had already changed over, that, like when you went into the office, like the stuff that he had for sale on the shelves, a lot of that was gone. His attitude and personality were a little bit different. And the prices, they were certainly different. You could tell what was happening. And, that's what happens. These big companies come in and buy them. It's just like Yale and Hartford buying up all these doctors, right? No different.
Yeah,
they're doing it in the pet world.
And that's why a lot of people can't afford to. I mean, if you can't afford, the way the economy is today, you can't even afford to put food on your table.
I know.
How the hell are you going to take care of your pets? I mean, look, how many times you hear in the news now you'll find an animal tied to a pole on the street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So somebody would pick it up. I mean,
people dropping off chickens up in Hopeville. Because they don't want the damn. Well, it was roosters. It wasn't chickens, but it's like, come on, really, you can be better.
That's what's happening because of the way the country is right now.
There's people that live here in town. They have a dog, and she's a funny dog. She's a Mastiff, but she likes to eat rocks. And eating rocks isn't the big deal.
No.
But they also have a black walnut tree.
I went to school. The kid did that.
Yeah, and the black walnuts, when they're still in their shells, and them big black spiny kind of things, and she eats them. The problem is those don't come out. The rocks will come out, but those don't. 3 times already to the vet. $5,000 a piece to zip her open and take this thing out. And they said, well, you should make her wear a muzzle or something like that. They bought every muzzle in the world. She gets it off. She's a funny dog. She really is. But I was talking to her recently.
It's a bull mastiff.
It's a and
well, you're not keeping anything on that dog if they don't want it.
No, and she's hilarious. But evidently she got past it. She doesn't need him anymore. That's why you're lucky. I said, I'd be cutting the tree down. She was actually going to sign the dog over to the place in Warwick because she knew what it was going to cost. And they're both retired. They're on fixed incomes. They're 10 grand deep into the dog for 2 surgeries. And they were going to sign the dog over and say, here, she's yours.
Because the dog has now, just like Victoria, moved to Tito's.
Yeah.
No more walnuts. Yeah. Dog's just drunk.
Yes. I mean, those bills you got unless you get insurance. But if you have multiple pets,
and I'm not sure how good that insurance is either.
Now, how much is that going to cost you for multiple pets? It's not like you have dependents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I had one of my favorite cats in the world who's not with us anymore, but his name is Randy, and at one point he went outside. He got outside, and he's not really an outside cat, but he got outside. Well, he would from time to time, and he would always get back in.
Yeah.
And he got in one day, and his tail was snapped on maybe about 2 inches up off the tip, right? And he was bleeding. And I called a vet. I'm not going to say who.
Yeah, right.
We can see him probably Monday. He'll be bled out by then.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's that bad. Yes. I mean, he was bleeding right down. He was positioned himself. You know how when they're hurt, they go somewhere.
Yeah.
They were using between the washer and the dryer.
Yeah.
And so I got him there. And this is where I really have a distaste for vets. And I'm sorry for the honest vets out there. But I was told that because of the tail being part of their spine, we have 2 options. One option was to put him down for or amputate his tail. I said, well, I'm not putting him down. So it's $1,000, to amputate the tail.
Wow.
Have him. He had to stay an overnight stay, 2 days actually, and then brought him home. And then it was kind of funny because he was walking, he was going back and forth because his tail.
Sure.
They used it
to balance
himself.
Yeah.
He didn't have a tail ananymore.
Yeah.
So he didn't fall over or anything, but it was. But he had the
Been
cone
drinking again there, Randy? Tito's, right?
Tito's. Damn it, Victoria. And he had the cone of shame.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that.
That's awesome. Trying to keep that on a cat too. Yeah.
So we had a sick dog at one time, and we had to go into that same vet. But they had changed vets.
Okay.
So we went in there. I told him. I said, "Yeah, I was very, very, very apprehensive coming here because of what our last experience was."
Sure.
And what happened? They said, "Well, you should never have had to have amputated the tail. They could have just wrapped it up, and
healed back.
Oh my God.
up." And I said, "You mean those sons of bitches made me?" She was like, "I can't talk for that. I can't speak for that." But
there's no going back, right?
Yeah, because it was like the tail. Well, yeah, he's fox poop now, or coyote poop.
Yeah,
so
right.
Got out and never came back. So, yeah, very difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah.
Victoria said she spent $10K on one dog, and that she goes, "I find for emergency, Piper in Middletown is more affordable and better staffed than Ocean State."
Yeah, Ocean State's in Rhode Island.
That's the one in Warwick.
We've been to that one for a cat, which cost us thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
That poor cat had a problem.
You gotta think about that one, right?
Yeah, and then there's another one up in the north where they have that drive-in theater up there.
Mansfield?
Mansfield. There's one up there in Mansfield that we took one in who had stones.
Like the Mastiff.
Yeah, it couldn't pee. because the way that it just wouldn't go out.
Yeah.
So they actually, he was a boy and they actually made him to like a girl so that he could actually pee. And then once just he did that and they got the stones out, he was good. I mean, he lived a lot of years. I mean, the poor cat died of a heart attack,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was thousands of dollars as well, you know. So, but I don't
We
know.
love our pets, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, if you're willing to spend that kind of money, I guess so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know, where my wife is at Kitty Harbor now, a lot of people are bringing cats in and leaving them. They just can't. They can't afford to keep them anymore.
Yeah, but you know, listen, it's all over Facebook on the town pages and stuff. There's always somebody that, like, there's a lady right now that there's a stray cat that been hanging around her house, and the thing just pumped out like 4 kittens. It was pregnant, you know. I mean, she don't want the cat. She's trying to give them away.
Yeah.
You know, what's going to end up happening? I mean, they're going to end up at Kitty Harbor or someplace like that, and
Yeah.
like they need it, you know. I mean, it's
I mean, they're loaded.
yeah, I've
mean,
heard that. Yeah,
And keep in mind too that everything there is done on donations.
yeah, sure.
And
sure.
they, you know, they have to take them to the vet as well.
Yep.
So, you know, so
Well, you know, you got room for another half a dozen.
no.
How many are you down to now?
I think it's 12. Yeah, no, they're not being replaced.
They're gonna outlive you.
Yeah, no, they're not being
Paul, the
replaced.
cat lady.
Yeah, yeah,
Paula.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But you know, even buying their food's not cheap.
Tara says the Brooklyn vet is amazing.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I guess it all depends where you.
I
used to
use the
go
cat
in.
hospital at Canterbury. I mean, you know.
Well, you
they're-
know, the good thing about
good.
that, yeah,
They're
they're
good.
good. They actually help out Kitty Harbor.
they do,
They help them out.
and they do pause people too. I was there. A lady brought in
Yeah,
like
they
4
help
or
them
5
out. They
cats
help
that
them out
were
a lot.
where
Yeah.
she was whatever she was
Yeah.
fostering them,
My wife was going there this morning, taking a cat.
and they do. They take care of them.
Yeah, she's taking a cat there this morning. Yeah. Yeah. So you know, between medical and for humans and medical for pets.
Mm.
You know,
My sister, she's got a little. I don't know. It's not a Shih Tzu. I don't know what the hell. It's some Yorkie. It's a Yorkie thing.
Uh-huh.
And she had like the 3 teeth taken out down here on that dog. It was $900 to have them 3 teeth removed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
and
my.
you have to take them out because otherwise it just gets into an infection.
Yeah, and then they'll kill them. But
My dad had a dog. It was a Chihuahua. And Stewie lived to a ripe old age of like 17.
Wow,
You know, which for a small dog,
it's a lot.
that's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
And he started having heart problems.
Yeah.
Little Stewie. Little Stewie had
Well,
heart
they're no
problems.
different.
It's got to be funny
different.
because he's sitting there laughing, telling the story, right?
Yeah, it's no
No.
different than humans.
No, I
they
know.
got the same.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they
same
took
problem.
him and they said, well, you know, you can picture, you know, doctor comes out with the mask. Well, I have something to tell you. You know, that kind of thing. But it was they had to do a surgery. They said it was going to cost $5,000, and even that would not, you know, there's not 100%.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I had to tell my parents, Stewie's 17 years old. It's time maybe Stewie went over the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, that's a lot of money for something you don't even know.
Yeah.
That is going to be. So how do you make a decision on that when, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what I would do without Howie and Henry. I mean, they're just my little boys,
Yep, I understand.
you know?
Yeah, there's a place up in Canada that is a vet that do all kinds of animals, but associated with that vet is like a shop that you can bring in and buy used stuff. People donate goods to it.
Yep.
So all those funds that come out of that second thrift shop go to people who have a hard time,
Sure.
because of the operation,
Mhm.
that will pay for that. So because they know people can't afford it, which
Right.
I think is a real good idea. I haven't seen any around here that do that,
Yeah.
but it's a real good idea. Because a lot of times, what do you got? You got stuff you want to get rid of. What are you going to do with it? You know?
Yeah. Speaking of that, what happened to the up on Route 12 in Plainfield, the Restore, the Habitat for Humanity?
They moved. I thought.
Oh, they moved. Okay.
Oh, they did.
I
thought
saw
they
a sign on the
moved.
door that said this store is closed, and
Yeah, I
I didn't
thought
see
they
anything
moved.
about them moving. I'm like, wow, what happened
They,
there?
they had a big sale they had doing, get rid of stuff. But I thought I heard they moved.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But I mean, that's a
I
great
bought a
idea.
couple of hutches from there. This table came from there.
Yeah, I mean, I know when my mother-in-law passed away, we gave a lot of the stuff that she had up to them.
Yeah, my mother, we did give it
Yeah.
all to the Salvation Army down in Norwich.
Yeah, give a lot of the stuff away because what are you going to do with it? You know,
No, we didn't need it, right?
don't need it, so give it to somebody who can use it. You know,
Well, I have no idea. I'm just taking a look to see if there's anything about them moving.
Oh.
And you look up that, and it just comes up with a random.
I thought that it moved someplace. I thought I saw that.
That was the old Agway.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Tara says, when it comes to medication, she goes, I agree with all this. The medication is so cheap in third world countries, also without insurance. Medical bills and prescriptions are astronomical. One EpiPen. Now that's been been in the press a lot, which is life saving, is about $400 in the U.S. and vet bills beyond expensive. I agree. I have 2 cats, and I used to have a Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
And as far as Restore, I guess they moved down more towards Plainfield Flats.
There you go. I thought I saw they moved someplace. Yeah, yeah. Which is a good store because people can go in there
Oh, yeah.
and get
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that they need cheap. Can't afford it.
So I'm gonna just kind of change the conversation for
Okay.
a little bit. Like you're talking about donating, stuff to like Restore and
Yeah.
The Salvation Army and whatever. Yep.
See, now I have a hard time with that because you have CEOs that are making in excess of $17 million
Yeah.
a year, off of the stuff that you're dropping off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But a lot of this stuff though, you put it
Goodwill.
online.
Goodwill is notorious.
Oh, I don't
They've
give
been
anything
in-
to
Yeah,
Goodwill.
well, that's what it is, the Goodwill store.
I don't give anything to Goodwill.
But it's like, what are you going to do with it if you don't?
Right.
You don't want it. You don't want it. I don't want it. You put it on Facebook. Nobody wants it, or they want it for free.
Or throw it out.
Well, yeah, I know. I'd rather have
Take
somebody.
it to the dump.
I'd rather have somebody that can use it.
Yeah. You just hate to see something that's usable
Oh, I
just
know.
being thrown out.
I know.
So
It was
rather-
my parents' house had a lot of good stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't shop at Big Lots and stuff like. They went, years ago when it was only Gorin's, right? Wasn't the other ones, the competitors around.
Yeah.
But they had some really good stuff. I couldn't throw it out.
You like what you like, and you'll like what you see.
And the good part was,
they with
You
quality.
get that little piece of paper here, write in what you think it's worth, and
you
you get to
Oh,
claim it on your
at
taxes.
Gorin's Furniture.
Yep.
Sorry.
Remember when they were down on Franklin Street years ago?
Yeah.
Down in Norwich?
Gorin's?
Yeah, they used to be down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Tara says donate to the local churches.
I'm not sure.
St. Patrick's over by NFA
In Norwich.
was taking stuff with now it's Monsignor Tony, right? They were taking things. I don't know if they still do or not, or how much they take. I mean, I did give a few things there, and Gorin's used to do stuff with. I think it was the Gemma Moran United Way.
yeah.
So we had a dining room table and chairs. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. And when I went there and bought a new one, it's like, what do you do with the old one? He says, well, if you don't mind, he says, we'll donate it. And I said, have a ball. Whatever.
So I take, like myself, I take DVD out, people, I give them away. Like I had a guy call me the other day, say, hey, I got a whole bunch of CDs and they're my mom's and we just but I heard you were taking them. So yeah. So he brought me like 300 CDs.
Ooh.
And then he goes, how about DVDs? I said, yeah. He goes, got over 500 of those.
Wow.
I said, okay. I said, yeah, I'll be glad to, take them.
Wow.
So between those and Blu-rays and Blu-ray players and
How hot are they with selling, though? Do you move them quick?
Yeah.
Do you really?
especially Blu-ray.
Still a demand for them, huh? I got a Blu-ray player. I haven't used it, and it's still plugged in and hooked up. I haven't used it in probably 10 years.
Yeah, I had a guy yesterday came and bought 10 Blu-ray discs.
Really? Wow.
I was thinking about just converting my garage into a little
Nostalgia.
Well, you always have people show up
Oh.
instead of doing the flea market once
Yeah,
a week.
yeah.
Yeah,
I still
well,
I got cassette tapes. I finally got rid of my 8-tracks. I had 8-tracks and a
Yeah.
player that used to work too.
there's, there was a guy in Lisbon that had a record store out of his house. Right on
You mean
Route
up
12.
on Route 12? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Right, and it was in his garage. and he had amazing
that was at
stuff.
the V in the road there.
Yes.
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 Had
Matter
to
of
sign
fact-
out phone with an album on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the news the other day has that the LPs are coming back. People want to buy
They've
them.
been coming back.
Or they say
Yeah.
the quality of music's better.
Yeah, they want to buy them.
Yep.
So
You go to like down in Waterford, that place BAM, that Books a Million or whatever it is. They used to be loaded with CDs. And I used to love to go down there because they were all reproductions, but they were decent quality.
Yeah.
And I'd go down there and they were $4, $5, $6. They weren't a lot of money. Gone, all gone. Everybody's going back, even Walmart, back to vinyl. They're
Yeah.
getting rid of all that stuff.
yeah, they don't even put CD players in cars anymore. They're going.
Nah, it's,
Yeah.
you stream your phone to it.
Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Flash drives,
Yeah.
anything.
So if anybody has any DVDs, CDs, Blu-rays that you're just gonna chuck, send me a message. Serious, because I have people that
If there's a market for them.
absolutely.
Huh.
All right, who wants to get breakfast? I do. I'm out.
They're out, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks to the Burns Agency, of course, for making all of this possible, and of course, Strain Family Motors, the vehicle's lettered now.
I see it.
We're
I
running
see.
around
You
town
can't
with
miss
that.
it now.
Nope.
You can't hide anymore.
Nope. No one's gonna steal that shit, man, because they'll get caught in 10 minutes. So, anyway, of course, they're the ones that make it all work for us. Those two, they've been with us. Especially the Burns Agency, and now Strain Family Motors with the vehicle. So we thank both of you, and I thank both of you for showing up, even while I was late. So.